Do your haters stop you? Do they stop you in your tracks, or just even the possibility of haters? Do they stop you in your tracks? If so, don't do it, because you got something that you can offer the world and some greatness that can only come through you, family. That's what you have to understand, all right? Hi, this is Reginald Martin of Metaphysics Sacred Alchemy, where ancient wisdom becomes modern awakening. So I had something happen to me recently that I thought was interesting. It really, it made me laugh, because, just doing what I do, there are going to be people that are going to disagree with me, that are, for whatever reason, a lot of times, I talk about the Christians and, how they come at me and, stuff like that. But I recognize it's just part of the territory, family. It's if you put yourself out there, there are going to be people that are going to come at you. So you really have to learn how to deal with it in a way that you have a thick skin, or you grow a thicker skin. And I've had to grow it, I still ain't over it all yet, because, damn, I can be a petty mofo. You come at me the wrong way, I come back. So I'm not perfect. I don't do it all right, but it's cool. I'm growing. But part of that too is sometimes I can laugh at myself the hardest, not in a way of putting myself down, but just recognizing that I don't always do it right. So you have to be able to laugh at yourself sometimes, and damn, sometimes I'm funny. But so recently, just talking about dealing with haters, I of course I have subscribers to my channel, and then I also have people that join my channel, because there are some videos I just know are meant for people that are just, they want to go a little bit deeper, okay? And that's a lot of times what I do. I put the videos that are deep teachings really to kind of select, because all of this knowledge, it's not meant for everybody. And I recognize that my channel is not the knowledge that I teach. It might be too esoteric. I do my best to simplify it, but sometimes it's just, it's just not for everybody. I recognize that. So I've never tried to chase an algorithm, just do videos to please everybody. When I'm moved, I do a video, and I want to do something that helps people. So, but I assume that when somebody joins and becomes a part of my channel, because you're paying a bit monthly, I'm assuming that you're somebody that is for me, that is somebody that is aligned with me, okay? Not a hater. Well, damn, I learned a lesson. Because when you subscribe to or when you join my channel, I can see who the people are. I can see who you are in the comments a lot of times, well, depending on the app, but I can see who you are, and and I can answer your questions. And I want to make sure that if a person that joins my channel asks a question, I want you to know that I appreciate your support so much, and if you got questions, I'm going to answer my questions to the best, or answer your question to the best of my ability, in the comments. Now, sometimes they're just, some questions just can't be addressed in comments. It's just too much, okay? It's too intricate. But one of the haters subscribed and joined, okay? So in other words, he's been paying me monthly, okay? And again, I appreciate it. But I assumed that this person was somebody that was aligned with me, okay? And he made a vague comment, and I said, okay, well, the comment is funny, but I'm not sure. I couldn't tell by his comment if he was aligned with what I was talking about or against it, because he just kind of left it out there. And then when I said, hey, I can't tell whether you're aligned or it's against, because I wanted to make sure that I'm addressing what he needs as someone who's joined my channel. turns out this mofo was a hater. And, but, you know, I told him, you know, I said, hey, okay, well, obviously I disagree with you. And then he wanted to go back and forth. But family, what tops it off and made me, I howled at this one. Dude sent me $1. This is pretty good though. I liked it because I howled because I liked it. What he did. It was so funny. But he says, send me $1 via Cash App and says, this is what your teachings are worth. I want my change. I just busted out laughing. That was so funny. Very creative. Oh man. But anyway, I blocked his ass later, but hey. But that was so funny. But anyway, family, when you're dealing with your haters, if you are somebody that is like an aspiring coach or somebody that is you know, wanting to like help others, and that's, you recognize that that's your path. When you're doing it in this form, that those type of things are going to happen. So just be ready for them, but you can't let them dictate, or your fear of them dictate what you're going to do in life. Okay, it's just part of the deal. So just get ready for it. So but when you're dealing with the haters like that, just understand that they're going to be there, family. It's just part of the territory. And what we are doing here, what I am doing, it is part of a new economy, okay? It's part of a new wave of business, because now you can find people that you are aligned with, and they can help you. You know, they can coach you, they can do different things, and the knowledge becomes something that's valuable to you. And again, you know, the riches are in the niches, as they say. It's important that you, when you're dealing with these people, or just know that you're going to deal with them, but don't let them stop you, family. There is going to be knowledge and information that comes through to this planet. And I say it comes through because you end up being the vessel, okay? I've recognized that who I am, the way I'm wired, okay? And I might be wired a little bit strangely for some people, you know, but damn, it's just who I am. But the way I'm wired is why I can present the information in a way that I do, okay? Is why I can see things and reframe it and see through the veil of a lot of the ancient knowledge. You know, I love it. It's fascinating to me, you know, just what the ancients knew. We assumed that the ancients were primitive, but they were not, family. We assumed that, or we assume today that society is the most advanced that it's ever been because of our technology, okay? But let me give you another way to think about this when we're talking about technology. Because I think that because we have been told and taught that God is outside of ourselves, the technology that we produce actually mirrors our own human soul level abilities, okay? Our ability to communicate by distance, okay? We created a phone that we can call people a long ways away, but we actually have the ability to communicate telepathically with anybody in the world at any time, okay? We created the internet that mirrors our connectedness, okay? So because we have been externally focused, we've created technology that is externally focused. But the ancients were not that way. So they understood that we could communicate telepathically. They understood that we were connected. via an inner network. So they didn't build technology outside themselves. They connected to that technology within, okay? We have all of that stuff within us, okay? So there are certain things about you that you can bring through to the planet that nobody else might be able, or no one else might not be able to do, okay? But if you fear the reprisal of the haters, you deprive the planet of you. You deprive the planet of your being. You deprive the planet of your wisdom and knowledge that you can bring through, all because you are afraid of what they might say. Man, fuck them haters. That's really as plain as I can say it. That motherfucker that wanted to send $1, dude, thank you. And you identified yourself. Now your ass is blocked on my channel. You can't even comment or anything. I don't even want to see you again, okay? And just in case there are any other haters out there that want to tell me, send me money to tell me how worthless my teaching is, $ku akaru 1. $ku akaru 1. Come on, haters, bring it. Life is wonderful. But he ain't gonna stop me. I mean, shit. Again, it was funny. He was very creative in his hateration. Yes, I could make up words. But I like it. Hateration. It's like Gatorade. It's like haterade. It's all over him. He spilled it all over himself. Okay? But it's so funny how usually my haters are dudes. Just like me. They probably my same age, in their 60s. And they just hating because their asses are so limited in their thinking and so afraid that they want to do this, but they're afraid to do it. Okay? And I'm telling you, family, 9 times out of 10, my most hateration type comments come from dudes. So, family, just get ready for it. I mean, don't let them stop you, family. Just you have to be who you are and authentically who you are. I was talking to somebody the other day, and I'm just who I am. I mean, the same person that's on this video, family, is who I am all the time. I can't fake who I am. I don't want to. Shit, that's too much work. But they were so surprised that who I was on the video, on this call with them, was the same type person that's on this video right now, And I'm like, all I can do is be me, For the most part, I like me, Am I a work in progress? All the damn time, family. Again, it's not about you living through being perfect, family. You can't. It's not. Well, I'm not saying that you can't, but that should not be your goal. Okay. Perfection is not the goal. It's progress. Progress always, and each day you can work to be a little bit better than you were the last day. And when I say a little bit better, family, that's not based on somebody else's idea of what's better. It's based on your idea, What lights you up from inside daily, Why are you living life? Because for me, the reason why I live life is to experience, Sometimes I don't like it. I don't like the experiences. I've talked about losing everything I had on multiple occasions, but for me, what I've recognized is I can't stay in the same place, for 30 years, okay? I noticed a pattern just even, when working jobs and in the corporate world. Family, every 5 years, I had to quit a job And I didn't go to a new company or a new doing the same thing. Family, I completely changed careers 5 times, okay? Doing something different until I finally started, just doing what I'm doing now. And even doing what I'm doing now, family, I've had my ups and downs. I've went through many trials and tribulations. Family, I have, this is what I love doing. And there have been days where I have questioned why, why am I going through this, because I'm doing what I love. And it's like, but it spurs me. It ends up spurring me. The setbacks end up spurring me to think bigger and greater. Not to get small, to think bigger and greater, to think about being more, okay? So understand that it's part of the territory, and the reason why these setbacks don't keep me down is because ultimately I've learned and understood this spiritual technology, okay, of the mind, that we are creators of our reality. And when there's something that's not going right in my life, then that is a signal for me, okay? As Christians, we were taught that it might be a curse, that God might be against us. And family, if it was a curse or God was against you, then you couldn't, in your mind, God was too powerful to fight. So you basically gave up, or you didn't even try. All right. So again, it's just another way of understanding, reframing who we are. From I'm a born sinner and I'm unworthy, to the flipping that frame to understanding that I am born divine, okay? I am born divine, and I am worthy of everything that the universe has to offer, okay? I am worthy of every desire that I want to fulfill, that lights me up from within, okay? And I say again, lights you up from within, not accumulating the things to show the world who you are, or to present this ideal of who you are, because that ends up being a hollow existence in itself. What is it that really gets you going, okay? Like for me, it's always been like just experiencing life, travel, food. I'm a foodie, okay? Some of y'all might be able to tell that, I'm not no toothpick kind of a dude, but it's just me. It's who I am, okay? But life experiences, life is about that, What do you want to experience today that lights you up? Man, every day, Sometimes I can just be driving and I'm like, all I can do is just say, man, thank you, And I'm not thanking God out there. It's just sending that vibration of gratitude, Because again, just thinking about it from manifestation science, gratitude is the golden frame of life, family. When you show gratitude, it's like a signal to the universe. It's like a seed, in a sense, that you are sending to the universe, and the universe goes, oh, they appreciate that, so let me send more, okay? So when you show that gratitude about the state of being that you're in, and what you are doing, what you've been to bring along that state, is going to bring you more. But family, this is the thing you have to understand about that. The opposite of gratitude, I don't even know what I could call it. So maybe y'all can come up with something. What's the opposite of gratitude, okay? Anger, being ungrateful, okay? Let's just say it's ungrateful. You hate your life. You hate everything. Family, the universe does not hear not, okay? If you're focused on what you're ungrateful for, the universe is going to say, oh, they want more of that. let me give it. You know, family, I know that from experience. Okay, so when you are thinking about what you want to do in life, family, there is a career out there that is now a part of our society that is growing. Coaching, or the creator economy. Family, if you have something good, the market is going to speak to you and for you, okay? You'll be rewarded for it. Hey, family, an addendum too on just, shrinking in the face of haters, because, something that I learned many, many years ago was, just being a person that, for me, I'm an introvert, okay? And, for a large part of my early life, family, I was very shy, and, something that I learned about shyness is that it is really an ego-driven aspect, because you're shy because you think the whole world is paying attention to you, watching your every move, and you're afraid to make a mistake because the whole world is watching, in a sense, and but that's just not true. In reality, most people just really don't care. I mean, they got their own shit to worry about. But as far as you wanting to coach other people, you have wisdom that you can share with other people, and you're afraid because of what they might say, family, you can't let them do that. Again, this is a very viable opportunity for you to take control of your own life, live life on your terms, because that's really what it's about, and always has been for me, just live life on my terms. I'm unemployable, okay? Plain and simple. And I worked in the corporate world for a lot of years. This is something that I learned a long time ago. Being shy will keep you broke. Plain and simple. So, you can keep quiet. You can let the haters, or the possibility that they might say something, deter you. But family, you're going to be under somebody else's thumb one way or another, because you're under their thumb if you let them control you through your fears, or you're going to stay in the corporate world or doing something that you just don't like doing every day, getting up, hating life, hating getting out of bed in the morning. That's the alternative, okay? So, family, fuck them haters. Shake them off and keep it rolling, okay? All right, family. And that's why when that guy says, dude, this is what your teachings are worth, and he sent me $1, all I could do was laugh, because I'm like, dude, you have no fucking clue. I do okay for myself, and I do okay because I share information and knowledge in a way that is transformative for people. And family, I've been doing this long enough to know that I know that happens. You're not gonna come to my channel, just digest information, and and just stay in the same place that you were. I'm gonna provoke thought, I'm gonna piss you off, but I'm gonna make you think, at least. And in that moment that you start to question how you were thinking before, family, you've changed. You cannot go back to the same way of thinking, okay? Well, I guess you can, but it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be harder for you to do. So, hateration, dude, whatever. All right, family. So, family, I say again, I've created this program that can help you develop a six-figure business, and I can say that because I've done it, I've used this knowledge, and now I've created a model for this knowledge that hadn't been done before, okay? And I'm so excited about it because I can help people help other people, in an amazing way. And if you have the gumption to teach and help others, I know the framework works because I've used it. I've been successful with it. So again, go to soulmasteryportal.com. I've done a video to give you an overview of it and see if it might be something for you, okay? And if it is, let's talk. If not, hey, at least you know what's out there, okay? All right, family. You guys have an amazing day. And this is Reginald Martin out.